Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Wide Open, a daily short podcast on Mashiach and the upcoming redemption, dedicated in memory of Tzvi ben Alexander HaKohen Hashem Yimken Dome. I mentioned in yesterday's episode the idea of spiritual freedom. I'd like to explore the idea a little bit more today. As we all know, the Jewish people were slaves in Egypt some 3,300 years ago, and then God sent Moses to take us out. Regarding that freedom, there was an expression the Torah uses over and over. In Hebrew, it's ki barach ha'am. In English, the people fled. There's this repeated idea that the exodus from Egypt was rushed. By contrast, the prophet Isaiah wrote about the final exile before Mashiach's arrival, which we're currently in, that we're not going to go out of it speedily. At face value, this verse simply means that it's going to take a long time for Mashiach to come. It's been almost 2,000 years now that we're in this exile. But on a deeper level, this prophecy from Isaiah is contrasting Mashiach's redemption with the exodus from Egypt. We fled from Egypt, and we will not flee from this exile. What does that all mean? The rabbis explain that during their 210 years of slavery in Egypt, the Jewish people became so deeply affected by the Egyptian culture that they were almost indistinguishable from them. And all the angels were asking God, why are you even freeing this people? Their behavior is practically identical to that of their captors. And it came to a point that had God waited 1 second more, he'd have no possible excuse to free them. So he had to rush them out. It was an undeserved freedom. By contrast, this exile, which is a slow and long one, is a thorough one. Over the course of many generations, the Jewish people have worked to refine themselves and the world around them. And when Mashiach comes, there'll be no need for us to rush to redemption. It'll be an earned redemption, which is why the exodus from Egypt wasn't a permanent one. There were slaveries and exiles after it. But this one will be, because this time, while Mashiach might be freeing us physically, we'll have already mentally and spiritually freed ourselves.